journalists in Europe who arrested Dr. Cho on the orders of the Sleepy Joe administration, and faced with the fact that the new administration has ignored Europe, has put Europe on the back foot, and is engaging with Amazonia. Norway's reputation has been damaged. France has nowhere to hide. Cameroon is dumbfounded. And Norway has no option but to start looking into how to release the leader. I can confirm to you that this morning between 8:15 and 9:30 Norwegian time, the court in Oslo sat to discuss on the release of Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba based on the pressure that you Amazonian people have mounted at home, abroad, and in all corners of the globe. Norway knew its reputation as the harbinger of human rights around the world was shattered, is being shattered, and it will continuously be shattered through the continuous detention of the sick. And as such, they initiated a kangaroo court system to save face. Norway, you are caught between the rock and the hard place. There is no legal machinations that would save your reputation. By siding with Cameroon to arrest Dr. Cho, you have inscribed your name in the history book as a rhetorical partner in the preservation of human rights that your diplomatic efforts are anchored on. During that session today, the state prosecutor deviated from the facts that were at play and brought in the issue of keeping Dr. Cho based on the fact that he had not given clear explanation for why he banned through the AGovC the sale of brasseries drinks in Amazonia. The arguments for the state prosecutor remains the economic interests of France and Cameroon that the Amazonian Governing Council, through press releases and policy positions, have banned. Cameroon, we have bad news for you. Through the War Council, the Amazonian Governing Council has instructed all fighters on the ground from now henceforth to put a total ban and stop all activities related to brasseries to Cameroon in Amazonia. It also shows you the connection of France as a majority shareholder in brasseries in the detention of Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba. It also shows you the connivance of Norway's legal system to arrest, to stifle, to deny political rights and free speech. Fellow countrymen and women, the judge has released his verdict on whether to release Dr. Cho or not. And the verdict was in the affirmative, that there was no more reason keeping Dr. Cho. But the state prosecutor has immediately indicated that they are going to appeal. And as such, your leader remains in detention since 2 hours ago because the state prosecutor wants to appeal. Under Norwegian legal system, an appeal window is in the region of 2 weeks. So we expect the state prosecutor to appeal the case, the decision to let Dr. Cho go by the judge during this week or latest next week. And it also takes another week or two to make that judgment. I can assure you that Dr. Cho would be released in weeks and not more months. The pressure from Washington, the pressure from Ground Zero, the pressure from other relevant quarters in Europe are just too much to bear on Norway, who connived with some rogues in Washington, rogues in Paris and Yaoundé, to deny political and free voice to Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba. Lest I forget, it is also the case to show the world that Norway is caught between the rock and the hard place, that they have refused, even in court today, to identify the complainant to the case. Norway has kept the identity of the complainant secret because they know that their government, their legal system, and the police have been used by genocidal regimes in order to try to decapitate the Amazonian War of Liberation. They thought by arresting Dr. Cho, it was going to end the war. Cameroon has also reached out to the Amazonian Defense Forces generals on the ground. They have informed the War Council. The War Council has informed the AGovC. We are monitoring their activities. They think by negotiating with ADF on the ground, they're going to cut the AGovC out. I have bad news for you. Our structures and processes are ironclad. Our intelligence is top class. We pick on every intel, we collaborate, and we work hand in glove. That is the reason why we are still standing. If you think by killing weapon, by killing Major JC, you're going to end the war. There are so many Major JCs. There are so many major weapons. There are so many Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba, because this generation will bring an end to your thuggery, to your theft, to your imposed colonial rule in Amazonia. We are steadfast. We are inching closer to that day. And the triad approach has delivered gains on the ground. Today it was due. 2 days ago, it was Ndonga Mantu, where we continue to show the enemy who controls the land. The war in Amazonia, my people, has moved a little bit from overt and posturing on social media to covert war. We are fighting them and bringing them down day in, day out, and they know our stamina. They know our tactics are superior. We have changed tactics, and Cameroon is feeling the heat. We have made sure that in every corner of Amazonia, the vestiges of Cameroon, the enablers and traitors, are brought to account. Cameroon has lost the mentality, the psychology.
All the big grammar, you know, go free Ayaba. All the fat grammar, high sounding grammar, and talking tough, looking like somebody who has a lot of energy and strength. It will not free Ayaba, and it will not move his case 1 inch from his prison cell. Never ever. Amazonians, we dey for this platform for make sure say we continue for the educate our people them. Because if you want look people the way they believe in all this talk where the man they talk, now people the way either some you get as it be some way for their own lifestyle. You understand? Because I don't expect say person when a normal human being, man will get own 5 senses them where the reason he want. You can believe to where this guy they talk. Now the same tactics the way they use them, where they don't use them since for this struggle. This guy that they can't talk say Norway na kangaroo, Norway na this, Norway na La Republic. No be La Republic ho Ayaba. No be France ho Ayaba. Na Norway the country Ayaba get resident for day. Na Norway ho he. Una know the crime the way the whole Ayaba for. Crimes against humanity, war crime, incitement of those crimes. These people then think say they saw the whole Ayaba. They don't get no evidence against Ayaba. Even a one thing, na still evidence against Ayaba. You see, when I look this kind of situation, so I just come out and say, oh my God, these people then, it just be so terrible. The kind of people, the kind of temperament, the kind of mentality and the kind of people the way they claim say that they talk on behalf of Ambazonians. It is terrible. It is appalling. This is horrible. For a liberation struggle that is supposed to show the right thing to the international community. Now, you when you come out and support Ayaba, what do you really stand for? What are your principles? Is it a lie? I want to really ask you a question, Ambazonians. Now, lie say Ayaba no ADF no bole people in ground zero. Now lie. So those people they ADF then kidnap them, collect ransom. The people they know they are alive again. They know they exist. Now lie. So this guy wey say be Julius, he go really wear coat, can't stand for media, they lie. They talk how way, no way, they be the panic, no way, they find way for release Ayaba, but they know they see him. It be very clear for the way they write him. They don't feel release Ayaba because he go tamper with evidence the way they against you. You understand? He go tamper with evidence they against you. Instead for this guy them, no way, now the highest people the way they don't remain quiet. Instead for the Ayaba people they for remain quiet. Focus for make ground zero media hard. They don't choose na the other part for the do propaganda. They come out as I can talk team way no be ye. When they go hear something, they can't try for fix and me sound nice. So that they will convince people them, me then give them money, say they want go help Ayaba a case. Ambazonians, since way no way they put hand for Ayaba. We know how many age they run for. We know how many of those AGF guys the way La Republic get their telephone for the hand. And they ask one a question. This guy where Julius you can't talk say La Republic like the bole JC, Major JC. They like the bole Major JC. There will be many other Major JCs. What do you mean by there will be many other Major JCs? Man where they go movie for hotel. So na AGF the own world that way they fight up. Man they go movie for hotel and they talk how he don't eat the big houses them. He get property the way they build them during war. When I say now on a major general, he get camion there for town. When I mind because no one can talk some of those things then. When I mind because no one can talk. Ooh, people already mastermind kidnapping and ransom taking for ground zero. Where victims they still they alive. This guy they can't talk and say people they don't know it happened for ground zero. Jesus of Nazareth. Yes. Ooh. Now, how Julius need the talk say bad news they for La Republic. At the instead look the other way around. There is bad news for Ayaba. There is bad news for AGovC. There is bad news for Benedinkwa. There is bad news for Julius Nye. There is bad news for Asu Lucas. There is bad news for Tapang Ivo. There is bad news for Franklin Vela. There is bad news for all of them. You know why there is bad news? Because La Republic get the telephone for JC Ihan. La Republic get JC telephone. And many other ADF guys they don't fall. They get their telephone there for Ihan. When I think say they so that guy they nobody communicate with some of those their victims them. When I think say they nobody communicate with them. I ask one a question. When I think say they nobody communicate with them. And they nobody communicate to Ayaba. And the victim the way they don't go through the evil for Ayaba. They know they are alive. That two guy the way ADF put them for Guzang market, Bole and them. Then Asu Lucas come up and talk for media. Say the ADF, Ambazonian Defense Forces, they don't summarily just for summarily execute person. Now human right. You respect na human right. And they ask now, Muna no vex so. Muna no vex. Because sometimes you beware. So these things and they will when we look at so it they like say the people that they take real they take people that say they be foolish people. Only that act alone, only that video alone be enough for nail Ayaba. For nail Ayaba. The people when I say no way it shows say they want get plenty thing against Ayaba. So that if they want nail, be the knee heavy. When I get the point. Now Ayaba open him up self talk how way mommy and papa they know they work no nothing for ground zero. When I hear find out now mommy and papa for ground zero they work no nothing. They go to pay him money. What is that? Incitement. That means say man we no pay you go do waiting. You learn you quarry. That is it. Don't they can't talk say when they can't talk like say no way no to the ground. Where Ambazonians, I don't tell any man, any genuine Ambazonian where they pull him up for the ayabai matter. Now you know you carry across you one. Una leave the ayabai group. If they want perish, may they perish alone. Una leave them. Man will open him up, put am for the ayabai matter. If he come for your side, you go carry and you one. You know why una give for leave them, may they perish alone. Because they know the year. Now only the stubborn fly, they follow the corpse to the grave. They speak very tough, very big grammar, and they think say this will be right. But no problem. We will see the end for the matter. I want to know, how we go know whether God na man or man na God. No worry, Ambassadors. Shake no day. Whatever this struggle, no. All the things the world I don't do for ground zero. When they can't talk highway, the taxi color, brasseries, all these things. Now last time the time, we will know whether karma they exist or you know they exist. We really know them. As the time it go, when I go take information, can't turn them. But Ambassador they go know which way it happen. God bless you. God bless Ambalan.